y'all. Here we go. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, man. We're gonna get this thing right. All right, here we go, y'all. Wasn't make sure the sound is right. You know how I gotta do. Wasn't planning on going live today, but I said, look, we got some big stuff to talk about, man. We got a big fight coming up here. Marcus Bell, what's going on, man? Yeah, like I said, I wasn't planning on getting on here, but I said, look, while I'm making this move, I'm gonna jump on here, talk to y'all about some fights, man. We'll talk to y'all about this big fight coming up in July. You know, yeah, man. Wow, man. Taylor Santos. Yeah, man. Like that's something else we're gonna talk about. When I get a chance. Taylor Santos, man. Like that girl got a lot of promise, and she legit could be a threat to the championship. And she has a lot of like bad luck streaks, man. I don't know what it is. Yeah, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, man. What's going on here, y'all, man? Welcome back to another live stream. Um, like I said, I didn't plan on getting on today. I said let me just um, chill out today while I take care of business. But I said, okay, wait a minute now. I got Maycee, Barber, and Miranda Maverick. This big fight happening. Huh? So I said, let's go. Let's get on here and talk about it, man. Let's jump on here and talk about it for a bit. No, I had to make some time for it. July 24th, as y'all know what's going down. Maycee Barber is making her return against Miranda Maverick. They haven't announced the actual event yet, what it's going to be. I don't know if it's just going to be like a fight night event or a big pay-per-view card. So we'll see. But yeah, as y'all know, Maycee is riding her two-fight losing streak right now. She went from number 10 and had like a year off and was still in that number 10 spot. And after her loss to Alexa Grasso, she dropped down to what number 14 now. Well, no, she was number 15 for a while until Jillian Robertson popped back into the mix. Then she got bumped up to 14. And now Miranda Maverick, she coming off her win against Jillian Robertson, pushes her up to number 15. So they're like they're right side by side. They're side by side right now, 14 and 15. So this is a good fight, man. As far as significant wise, it's a lot on the line for Miranda Maverick here. And of course, there's a lot on the line for Maycee because going here with somebody like Miranda Maverick and you lose again, man, this could spell big. Some I hate to say cut, but it might knock. It's definitely gonna knock her out of the rank. Definitely would knock her out of the rankings, man. So you look at it on that side, and you look at the side for Miranda Maverick. It's not the fight that she really was calling for, but it's a good fight as far as just to build her name up. Maycee Barber's a name. Um, Maycee Barber's more so built up off of hype. I feel like, because I never really saw. I can't say I didn't see the talent in Maycee, but I think she was pushed a little too fast. She was pushed a lot harder than some of these other fighters. And to me, she got into the top 10 a little premature, because as soon as she got in there with those higher level fighters like Roxanne Modaffar, you saw what happened. Alexa Grasso, you see what happened. Whereas Miranda Maverick, I think, UFC is definitely pushing her now, but there's a lot of hard work behind her. And I see I've been going at it with Jason Rose. Jason Rose continues to say, "Oh, she's an average fighter, average fighter." Well, this average fighters making noise, man. You know, uh, you can't knock the hard work. That's the only thing you can come back and say she's an average fighter, but you can't knock the hard work and you can't knock the goal. So that's your only defense. I mean, you don't really stand on nothing, you know. I think again, like Miranda Maverick, them pushing her more so. There's more there's more to her. It's not just Mike skills. Maycee, Maycee's got the Maycee's got the talk. She's got the talk and the dog in her, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done on her technique. She's still a young fighter, so there was really no need to push her this hard and then have her break, psychologically. But yeah, I like this matchup just style wise. I think it would have been a lot more exciting if, Maycee was still in that number 10 spot. And then boom, they gave that fight to Miranda, because that would have been like, okay, now we got two young prospects about to really throw down. Both are trying to claim their spot. Where Maycee, she's trying to hold on to her spot. Right now she's trying to hold on to it. She's slipping. She's slipping now. For Miranda, going back to what I was saying about Miranda, her fight with Jillian Robertson answered a lot of questions, and the next fight in mind that she had was the winner of Antonina versus Andrea Lee, which I like that matchup. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like that matchup better right now than Maycee Barber. Granted, Maycee Barber's in a higher spot, but I think that the Antonina fight, if Antonina beats Andrea Lee, made more sense for Miranda Maverick. But hey, that fight can still happen. That fight can definitely still happen. At least Miranda is getting her fights. She's already got what? She's already about to have her second fight this year. So second fight this year, her third fight in the UFC. And if she continues to do what she does, it's going to really build her up as a threat into the flyweight division. You come in, you stop Liana Jojua, and then you beat a solid submission artist like Jillian Robertson, and say you go in there and blast out Maycee Barber, the once big hype for the flyweight division that was calling everybody out. If you can get her out of there, that's a big move business wise. I mean, beating Maycee Barber, let's be honest, it's not going to prepare you strictly for a fight with like the tough ladies like Valentina or like a Taylor Santos, but it will build your name up because that was a fighter that everybody was hyping up. You say you don't see them cutting her. I don't know. If she continues to lose how she does, man, I could see them cutting her. If she goes on like a bad losing streak, yeah. You know, uh, I'm gonna say her fights are like awful, where she's getting beat down and like dominated. I mean, she did get dominated, but if she doesn't really stick to her game plan of this becoming the youngest champion, at least trying to fight her way back up in these rankings, then yeah, I could definitely see them cutting her. Or let's say they might not renew her contract. And the Cypress is proof UFC not letting prospects go unless they don't want to fight. Mr. Lee, what's going on? He said he liked this matchup. Yeah, I like the matchup. It's definitely gonna be a good fight. I definitely know these two fighters. They're gonna come to fight. Um, it's gonna be I can't. I don't know. I don't see this fight going the distance, man. I saw the Alexa Grasso going the distance because I picked Alexa to win that fight. So I said, okay, Alexa is going to commit to her boxing. She's not really going to go in there and close the show because she's not really that type of killer to close the show. So she was able to, just ride it out. Then Macy came on strong in the last round, a little too late. So boom, Alexa got that decision. I think in this fight here, style wise, this match kind of spells a fight where, in the past, like I said, I watched the majority of Miranda Maverick's fights, and she's a fighter that always knows how to expose her opponent's weaknesses. You know, she knows how to use an IQ. You know, she's an IQ fighter. She'll go off of the opposite of her opponent. You know, you won't catch her striking with the top striker. You know, she'll take a striker down, or she'll strike with the grappler. That's a growing fighter. You know, that's why I always say she's a smart fighter. That's how the approach she took to the Invicta tournament. The approach she took to most of her fights Invicta, whoever she was fighting. You know, it was I'm gonna be the striker versus the grappler. I'll be the grappler versus the striker. And when you look at somebody like Maycee Barber, it's really hard to describe her style other than just like a slugger, man. Like when she was a strawweight, she seemed much more mobile and athletic. Like she was throwing high kicks. She used to bounce off of her feet, on the balls of her feet. She used to move around more. Um, she seemed a little bit more agile. But now that she got to 125, she seems a little bit more flat-footed and more stationary. I mean, she can still like bum rush you and put the pressure on you, but I'm not seeing the same angles anymore. The same type of high kicks. I don't really see her setting the high kicks up as much. I see her throwing bombs, and that's the one thing that stands out about Maycee is her right hand. Physical size and her right hand. But when we talk about strength, you got to look at Miranda. I favor her in strength. I think Maycee's a big fighter, but big flyweight, but she's not really like physically strong. Physically, when you first look at it, you think she will be, but she's not that physically strong as like somebody like Miranda Maverick. So yeah, I think her style has changed since 115. I think she kind of needs to go back to the fighting style that she was at 115. Like I was looking at her fights, early days and her contender series fights. I was like, she used to move around more, man. She used to, you know, throw them high kicks. She used to set the power punches up, move around a little bit more. She's young. She needs to go back to doing that. She's young. She needs to go back to trying to move around like that and coming in at a solid 125. Kind of like Alexis Davis did at 135. Her coming in there with that, like a slugger. For sure. I don't see Miranda Maverick trying to bang with her. I don't see her trying to go in there and try to slug with her. Uh, she probably will set up her takedowns with some strikes, but she definitely gonna have to fight a little bit more on the outside and use angles to stay away from the power hand, of Maycee. Like Maycee got a bomb right hand. She got a big right hand. She has a decent left hook as well. She has some power in both hands. I'll say that, but her money punch is the right hand. And you don't want to get caught with that. Miranda Maverick she takes the southpaw approach when she's striking, and that's the money punch for a southpaw. That right hand is a money punch for a southpaw fighter. So if you stay in that lineup with that right hand, you're gonna get cracked. Miranda gets in on the inside and uh, closes in and gets that clinch. She won't have a problem taking down. She won't have a problem taking down Maycee Barber at all. She take Maycee Barber down to the ground. I think that's where it's going to stay. If Alexa Grasso could do it, I could definitely see her doing it. And just an early look, I see Miranda Maverick doing this thing, taking her out by submission. But you can't never count her out though, man. That heart is she got the heart, man. She got a lot of guts to keep coming. That's why I say you either got to stop her or you got to submit her. Stop this girl or submit her, man. Miranda, she can do that. Let's see y'all, what y'all got here. What do y'all think? I mean, I'm glad that they got these fighters staying busy like this. these fighters be wanting to fight one fight after another. Take a little break. 3 months they back with another one. Let's see. Okay, that was March, right? Her last fight was March with Jillian Robertson. Okay, so now she's coming into July, March. Yeah, 4 months. Yeah, that's good. It's a good turnaround. 4 months, and then after that, probably make another return at the end of the year. Hold on, y'all. You say Marcus said if you heard of yeah, I know you're talking about Shaklakova, in which she might be Jessica Andrade 2.0. I don't know, it might be. I have to look more into her. She might be. Maybe. It's too early to tell. What else is going on here? Let's see. I'll probably talk about this probably Friday. I might talk about it tomorrow. Aspen Ladd and Maycee Chesson, because I still want to go back in and talk about their matchup a little bit. I heard there was a little bit of beef going on. Just a little bit of beef going on between them two. There's something about Aspen Ladd calling her out or something like that. So we'll go back and talk about that. Let's see, a 23-year-old versus a 24-year-old good age matchup. Yeah, they got a good prospect matchup here, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, boxing is scared to match up prospects like this sometimes. I'm like, Devin Haney and Brian Garcia. This was a time for them to fight like this. Two undefeated young kids, and fight now, and then eventually they could fight again. When they get older. I like the matchup like that. That's a way to test the skills, man. But yeah, what else about this fight? Let's see. Yeah, so the significance for the fight, I think the entertainment value is high for this fight, definitely. But like the significance is not as high as Miranda taking on Antonina Shevchenko. And that's for good reason. Like I said, you got one fighter coming off of two losses, and they're so close together in rankings. It's not really gonna shift Miranda any higher, maybe. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna shift her up to number 10 or anything like that, or 11. So the significance isn't that high as it could have been since Maycee is on a two-fight losing streak. But it's a good name under the belt of Miranda just to continue to make her way up the rankings. At the same time, it don't push her too fast into those top 10 top 10 waters. She can still continue to work, stay active, try some things out on, the lesser names before you get to like the Taylor Santos and uh, who else you got? Vivian Arujos. You know what I mean? Yeah, I definitely like a fight though. Yeah, like entertainment wise, yeah, all day long. I'll take this fight, especially if they want it. Shoot, all day, man. hmm Let's see. What else, man? How do you see it going? Like, how do y'all see the fight going? If you see Maycee winning, how do you see Maycee winning? If you see Miranda winning, how do you see her winning? What do y'all think? Yeah, yeah. All right, hold on here. Marcus said, quick question. Do you think with Antonina losing to Chikagan, we forgot the best? Because if she wait, hold on. What you said? Quick question. Do you think with Antonina losing to Kaylin, we got the best? Because if she would have won that might have put her at the number 2 spot. What do you mean? It would have. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you ask me if it would have put her at the number two spot, yeah, I think so. Like if she would have beat Caitlin Chikagian, it probably would have. It probably would have elevated her to that number two spot. But to me, the question is like, is that going to do any good? Like, are they going to fight? You know, I know the sisters not going to fight. You know, Valentina and Antonina aren't going to fight. So that's another thing about Antonina. Like, it's a good fight while she's on the lower levels, but if she is to win in advance, like, is she going to fight for the title? No, I don't think so, right? So you see Miranda winning by submission. Yeah, yeah. I think you know, she's just much more physically. You know, I think she's just stronger physically than Maycee, and I think where Alexa Grasso couldn't get to submission, I think that's where somebody like Miranda Maverick will do it because you know that's her thing. You know, I think her ground game is a little bit more solid, and she's more committed to you know going after the submission. Same way she submitted like those fighters like Diana Bennett, Victoria Leonardo, and so on. You know, she'll go in there and go for the submission. You know, Roxanne, she was kind of, I think she was kind of going easy in there a little bit when she made that girl hurt her knee. You know, she was landing some punches and you know busting the girl up, but she wouldn't just go in and finish her. Because I think Roxanne could have finished it, but she just didn't take that initiative to go after it. You know, where I see Miranda, I think Miranda when she get her down, if she gets her down, boy, I think it's gonna be a wrap, man. Like I see Miranda maybe hurting her on the ground, and then after that, just going in there and finishing her, you know, finish her off like somewhere as quick as she can, as quick as she can in there. Oh, what? Oh, was that your question, Marcus? About Caitlyn going? I mean, Antonina going to number two. I mean, yeah. So your keyboards, yeah, you draw keys on the keyboard. So, what else? Good question. Barber didn't look good in her last fight. Maverick did look good in hers. Yeah, yeah. You know, going against two fighters are in their very in their strong suits. You know, you talk about Alexa Grasso, great boxer, great striker. You know, she looked good. You know, and Maycee could not shut that down. Maycee could not nullify it. Whereas Miranda Maverick, she could nullify the grappling of Jillian Robertson. You know, that kind of shows you a level of IQ right there. Like shouldn't have been chasing Maycee shouldn't have been chasing Alexa Grasso around the way she should have. You know, she should have been cutting angles off and, you know, trying to fight dirty on the inside. But Alexa Grasso was strong on the inside as well. So that should have been, you know, Maycee's game plan to come in, prepare for like a physical inside fight and work hard, you know, to continue to just work as a dog in there. That should have been their game plan against Alexa Grasso. So that kind of shows you the IQ level there. Whereas, you know, Miranda Maverick was prepared for a little bit of everything. You know, what she was prepared for Jillian Robertson's ground. You know, she defended a lot of the submission attempts from Jillian Robertson, and she stuck to the striking. You know, she walked her down. She pieced Jillian Robertson up. It was just IQ. That's why I say whenever somebody says, "Oh, she's a below average fighter," like I calling him out again, Jason Rose. You know, he says, "Oh, she's below average." I'm like, what are you comparing that to? I mean, this girl's using her, you know, she's using her IQ. You know, especially at the age of 23. Like, how can you call somebody average when that's their learning? That's their that's part of their learning stage, and they're winning. I think everybody gets so used to somebody coming in with something fancy, you know, like one signature move, like a powerful right hand or a quick submission game. they don't really give a lot of people credit for hard work. You know, they don't give a lot of people credit for being well rounded. You know, well rounded, working towards well rounded ain't pretty. You know, it might look boring. You know, of course, a lot of one dimensional fighters look more exciting because they go in there and blast out people that are below average with their signature move. But as soon as they step their game up against a well rounded fighter, you know, they get their they get their behind handed to them. You know, so I ain't really, I ain't really paying attention to what he said. Hold on one second, y'all. All right. Yeah, so I'm back. Let's see here. Mary Thomas, what's going on? I ain't even let me go back up here, read these comments real quick. Two Beast, what's going on? Two Beast said, who should Grasso face? Right now, the only fighters above her aren't booked to Roxanne and Calvillo. I would say probably Roxanne because I think Calvillo's still out because of surgery. No. Yeah. Roxanne's not booked anymore because Taylor Santos fight is out, right? Yeah. I, I guess Roxanne because I think Calvillo is still not recovered from her shoulder surgery. Yeah, Mary said Calvillo. Yeah, I don't know if she ain't ready. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Macy's kill switch. Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. That's a big factor in this fight. You know, that's a big factor in this fight. It's something that could change the whole game. You know, Miranda could be winning, then all of a sudden, Maycee comes back and just comes in here and goes in for the kill. Like that's where I give Maycee a lot of credit for. You know, I give her credit for her, talk, letting people know that she wants fights, but I give her a lot of credit for not never quit. You know, she's never quitting in there. The Roxanne fight, she didn't know how to quit. Alexa Grasso, she didn't know how to quit. And almost got her win in the third round with Alexa Grasso. So Maycee Barber is tough in that factor. You know, I just would like to see more growth as in her skills. You know, I think that that kill switch is very important in this fight. Like if she abandons the kill switch, then she's pretty much done. You know, that's the one thing that keeps her alive and keeps her right hand coming and keeps her throwing punches. You know what I mean? That's what keeps that pressure coming. Her kill switch keeps her fighting through blood. And even when she's like, yeah, getting pieced up, she'll keep coming. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. I think her striking is okay. Yeah, it could be sharper. It could definitely be sharper. I talked about in my post fight analysis video. I think her striking be a little bit crisper. You know, if you put a little bit of that Alexa Grasso pop on it, it's gonna be a lot more effective. You know, especially a girl with her strength. You know, if you commit to more turning over shots, it'll be a lot more effective for her. What else? Then again, I don't see Maycee tapping out to a submission due to her determination. Hey, if she don't tap out, I think she's gonna get put out. That was my thing. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, if that's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, if Miranda submits her, she wins by submission. It's gonna be Maycee Barber going to sleep. You know, it's gonna be her like her whole body just going out. You know, because she won't quit. What else? Let's see. Marcus said, "Where does Montana Del Rosa fit in this picture?" Um, I've not in this picture. I mean, she's got Arian Lipsky. She's got Ariane Lipsky problems right now, but she doesn't fit in this top 15 picture. No disrespect. You know what I mean? No disrespect. I'm just saying, look, she ain't fitting in this top 15 picture right now, man. This ain't her ground right now, man. She got to fight her way back up. I mean, honestly, Maycee, aside from her killer instinct and everything, she better watch out because she might be in that category as Montana De La Rosa. Only thing changing, the only thing that keeps her alive is her ability to fight hard and her grittiness, and she continues to want challenges more so. So, Maycee Barber was a little bit something special too when she was at 115. So if she continued to fall off and lose, she'll be in that category. So, you know, that's something to think about for her. Okay, what else we got? But overall, yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man. There's gonna be some action in here. I think that Maycee, uh, I don't know what. This is another thing I was thinking. What y'all think? Y'all think Maycee is taking this fight a little too quick? Is she taking this fight a little? Is she taking this fight a little too premature? No. Let me see. I guess she wants to stay active. I guess she just wants to stay active, man. July, yeah, no, it's not. It's not premature. It's not premature. She's young. She should be fighting like this. No, no, you think so? We'll see. I mean, she already took a year off, and I hate to see her take another year off or come back at the end of the year. Um, at least it ain't a top 10 fighter she's fighting. You know what I mean? That would really be risky. Like if she was trying to go in there against Arujo or Roxanne and rematch, I would not recommend that. I wouldn't even recommend her fight like JoJo or like Lauren Murphy or anything like that. See Roxanne, not Roxanne, but Maycee was. She was talking though. She was like, "Yo, when I beat Alexa Grasso, I'm gonna try to fight JoJo next, and then I'm gonna fight Roxanne in a rematch, and then I'm gonna get my title shot." So I was like, "Dang, this girl is like planning her goals out, but the work wasn't there, man." Marcus, it's funny that all the Montana's wins left the UFC. Who all her wins? Let's see. Who are all her wins? Mara Romero Barella, Rachel Ostovich, and who else? Man, I can't even think of some of these names, man. I can't even remember some of the names she fought. Let's see, Miranda though, she's definitely, she's definitely pushed on the right path right now of getting the right names, as she comes in here. Then we gotta think about somebody like Manon Firo, who's also on that same come up, you know what I mean? Manon Firo was on that other side. She got that fight coming up with Marina Moreau in a couple months, right? And imagine when she gets her win, she's gonna be looking for a top, she's gonna be looking for a top 15 winner or so, right? That's gonna be crazy, man. When she gets in there, I think they probably gonna match up. They'll probably wait to match them up sometime. I think they should, they'll match them up until they get into the top 10. Who else is yeah, everybody is pretty much booked up in this flyweight division. So let's see. I wouldn't mind seeing a confidence builder by fighting Joe Jua. Yeah, that wouldn't have been a bad match. Um, I think that would have been a little bit, yeah, that would have been a little bit more evenly matched. Yeah, that would have been a little bit more evenly matched for where Leanna Joju was, on the downside, and then boom, you know, Maycee Barber, on the back-to-back losing streak. That fight would have made sense. But Maycee going there, Miranda, boy, it's almost like they feeding her to Miranda, boy. They know what might happen. But let me pull up something here real quick. Got some Bellator fights Friday too, right? So we gotta check that out. What else we got? Got the UFC card this Saturday. Mm, I'm gonna pull this. Let me pull this article up here. Did you have the link for that article, Marcus, about Taylor Santos? I'm trying to find it here. I can't find it. I'm trying to find that article. Is she out of the fight? What was it? I'm gonna go into the article here real quick. Hold on, I don't see it. Man, the E-Boss, Angela Hill. To be said, who do you think wins between who do I think wins between Tracy Cortez and Justine Keach? I'm gonna go with Tracy Cortez on that one. I think Tracy Cortez is a little bit better, all around better to me. I think she's good. Her clinch game is good. Justine Keach has got some hand speed though, so that's gonna be a good competitive fight. I'm just leaning towards Tracy Cortez right now. But the work rate of Justine Keach is high, man. Like she can work, man. That girl got hand speed. So and she made a nice, she was making a nice return in that Sabina Mazo fight till she got caught. She probably would have won that fight till she got caught. Is a fight at 135 or 125? Because I know Tracy Cortez fought at 135 a few times. So oh, okay. My MMA news. Okay, it's at 125. Okay. It's at 125. Let's see. Might be a little bit more. Hmm, I'm still leaning towards Tracy right now. UFC versus Taylor Santos versus Cynthia Calvillo. That would be good. That would be interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just pulling this up here. Okay, yeah. All right, I see. So my MMA news just in sources have confirmed that sources confirmed to my MMA news that Roxanne's scheduled May 8th fight against Taylor Santos did not go as planned. Matafara has sustained a meniscus tear that will require surgery. So yeah, going back up then, what you were saying earlier, yeah, Calvillo and Roxanne, they're both out for Grasso, right? Roxanne out with surgery. You can't have her, and Calvillo, I don't know if she's still recovering from the shoulder surgery. So you got two out. Yeah. So that's nobody for Calvillo. So Calvillo Alexa Grasso might have to reach for somebody in the lower, in the lower rankings or the unranked fighters. Maybe she'll be ready by like August or something. Damn, everybody cancels on Santos though. That's what's crazy, man. Everybody they match her up with rip something or tear something. I'm like, damn. If Tracy wins this fight, I think, let's see. If Tracy wins this fight, who could she fight in the top 15? Let's look at the list here real quick. Who could she fight? If Tracy won this fight with Justine Keach, I would like to see her fight Sabina Mazo before she gets to top 15, maybe, because everybody else seems to be booked up. So if she beats Justine Keach, maybe she could fight Sabina Mazo. And let me see who she could stand a chance against in the top 15. Hold on. Let's see. Damn, everybody pretty much booked up. Like, I could see Tracy Cortez beating Maycee Barber. Like, if they had to fight, I could see Tracy beating Maycee. Um, I could see her beating Andrea Lee in the lower 15. I see Miranda Maverick beating Tracy Cortez though. I see Taylor Santos beating Tracy Cortez. Antonina, that's kind of a tough call, but it depends on who they matched her up with. Like I can see her maybe, I can see her beating a few top 15 fighters. 11 through 15, I can see her beating some of them, but not like some of those top level fighters yet. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Marcus, I can see that fight. Maria Agapova and Molly McCann, I could see that fight happening. Yeah. If they do that fight, that would probably make the most sense right now for both of them. And I probably right now, I don't know, Molly McCann might win that. Boy, I tell you, man, that loss though, boy, that loss to Shannon Dobson, that was an ego breaker right there, boy. I'm being real, man. Shannon Dobson got her out for a minute. I don't know what she was thinking when she took that approach to Shannon Dobson like that. That was like, wow. And Shannon Dobson gone now, boy. Shannon Dobson gone from the UFC. Gary, what's going on? Gary said Tracy has a chance to get ranked. Yeah, she got a chance. Yeah, she's well rounded, but it's the IQ. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I see her beating Maycee. I see her beating Andrea Lee and possibly Antonina, but even that's a tough fight. I can see Antonina beating Tracy Cortez. Um, but I see her losing to like Taylor Santos and Miranda Maverick. I see her losing to those fighters though. Yeah, for real. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't even know when Agapova's coming back. Like I see her training online and stuff. I see her training on Instagram. I saw her going through the knee therapy and stuff, but I don't know when she's coming back though. So yeah, man, about to wrap this thing up. I'll be done here in like the 6 minute mark here. We'll be off here in about another 6 minutes. So yeah, what else we got to talk about real quick about the fight coming up July 24th? Fingers crossed. That's all I can say. Fingers crossed. Hopefully this fight doesn't get canceled. You know, it is a little early out as far as Of course, they announce the fights because everybody's thinking nothing's gonna go wrong. But you know, we got to think about what's going on in this world. So that's what I'm basing it off of. So Keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully, this Maycee Miranda doesn't get canceled. Let's see. Good fight. Good fights coming up. Aspen Lab, Maycee Chase on. I'll probably talk about that tomorrow. Then this Friday, we got the Bellator card coming up. Yeah, said Tracy often wrestles when she doesn't need to wrestle. Yeah, she was doing that in what was that last fight she was doing that in? I was like, she seemed to be doing all right with her stand up, but she just wanted to close in and it just seemed like she wanted to close in and wrestle. So I was like, okay, make the fight harder for yourself. you know, was it that last fight she took it? One of them fights she took it bantamweight. Yeah, she's got skills though. I ain't gonna knock her, because she did beat Aaron Blanchfield. She was beating a lot of these other prospects like Agapova, Aaron Blanchfield, Stephanie Egger. She was beating a lot of fighters. So she does got some promise there. Yeah, man. So let's see. This will probably push. I'm just looking at these rankings again. If Maycee wins, it'll probably push her up maybe a rank to number 13. Miranda wins, it'll probably push her up to number 13 or 14 or something. But yeah, it's just going to be a good all around fight to watch. Good active fight for Miranda. Um, I still want to see her fight the winner of Antonina versus Andrea Lee, though. Since she was calling for that fight first, but shoot, they threw this fighter out there to her, and she was like, "Yo, I'll take the fight." You know, I would definitely watch that because that's how you get better and better. You just got to stay busy, man. You got to go in there and start taking names. Of course, you don't want to put yourself at risk to like mess up a title shot, but you're still growing in the game, so you can take fights like this now. They're good learning experience. So yeah, early look. This is a bad fight for Maycee in some ways as far as taking on a well-rounded fighter. I do agree with Marcus, like you said, like Leanna Joju would have been a nice touch for her as a confidence builder. But you go in here with somebody with well-rounded skills, you know, it's really going to be about that kill switch of yours and that punching power. So that's the only way I can really see her winning because ground game is all Miranda. Even the counter punching might be Miranda in this fight. You know what I mean? Like if she chooses to stand for a little while until she can get her to the ground, Miranda's got she's got angles. She's got some striking too. She's got some strike in the land, but I don't want to see her go in there and try to strike too long and put yourself at risk. You could just ride the fight out on the ground for 3 rounds or eventually until you stop her. Submit her. Think she eats too many punches. Oh, Tracy Cortez. Okay. Robot Chicken Maverick beats Barber. Maverick submits Barber. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what it's gonna come down to, man. Like when she gets her to the ground, it's gonna be very similar to how Miranda she got Victoria Leonardo to the ground. I think, she's very strong, man. She's people don't understand she's very strong and she can get these big girls to the ground. And where Roxanne and Alexa Grasso went easy on her, she's gonna go hard on her. Where they all went easy, she's gonna go in there and she's gonna slip that rear naked choke under quick, boy. Because when I saw like Alexa Grasso like get her back so fast, I was like, damn, Alexa Grasso got the back of Miranda like that. She got the back and she tried to secure that rear naked choke, but Maycee was able to survive and she was able to get out. But I think that whenever it comes down to Miranda, she's gonna be using physical strength. Her physical strength, ride the top. She's gonna be scoring blows to soften her up. and she'll get it. I think she'll get the submission quicker, or she'll get the submission unlike they did. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Maycee is just a brawler with decent power. That's what she turned into. I mean, at strawweight, she used to look good. She had some different angles to her, but yeah, as she got into 125, she's starting to look more like a slugger in there. Good power in both hands. It's the right hand is scary. Very gutsy fighter. But I like to see some more from her, man. Like with her size, she could be a good wrestler or a more committed wrestler. I don't know. And she just ain't really showing too much of. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Like I said, I just wanted to come through and talk about the fight here. I didn't plan on getting on. Like I said, let's go ahead and talk about this fight because this is a big one coming up. I got some more videos coming out later, probably tomorrow. So yeah, yeah. To Friday, yeah. Stay tuned at 7 on Friday. We'll be doing the live commentary for a couple of fights. I'll be on Friday live stream doing that, and yeah, basically Maycee has turned into another one-dimensional fighter. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's the best. Like the Contender series before she was even in the UFC, that was like the best Maycee we seen, man. Like she was very agile moving at 115. Uh very, very good. But yeah, y'all, let me get up out of here. Like always, thanks for everybody coming through to the chat. And I'll be back on probably, like I said, Friday or tomorrow, who knows. But oh, hold on here. Fixing something here. Yeah, like Friday, I'm definitely gonna be on Friday, but yeah, Thursday I might pop up again. Who knows? And yeah, just make sure y'all subscribe later, y'all.